Alright, welcome back to Minecraft. This is on MCMP, a server I've been playing on since about 2020. And, yeah, currently I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but my inventory is empty, for starters. That's not good. Oh, there we go. I wondered where my stuff went. I hate that I don't have a freaking... I don't know what I did with my sword. I had a really good sword that had like 5 enchants on it. Oh well. Not a problem. Okay, what all do I have that I can already start to make? Okay, I got plenty of cobblestone to start with. I got a few block stone bricks. I'm just taking oh, there's a term I'm thinking of. I'm taking charge of my inventory space to just see what all I've got and what I need to get in terms of materials. So yeah. By the way, to those watching the live stream right now, I'm now back in my server's Discord channel for gaming, the voice chat. So if you guys want to join, feel free to join. The IP for the server is mcmp.tk. The rules are simple. Don't grief, don't steal, don't build anywhere without people's permission. Plain and simple. Think you can follow it? Good. Come on in. Anyways, I'm currently over here at Thunder's base. Really late fall damage there. Yeah, I'm over here at Thunder's base, and I'm just checking in over here to see if everything's in order. Oh yeah, my friend Pensie's supplies are over here. I need to get a sign and label that. LePlonk, LePlonk, LePlonk. Da-da-da. And habit. That's for my friend something Kane 120. I don't remember. Anyways. So I know what enchant I need to get next. That's gonna be respiration, I believe 3. So that's gonna be fun. I might need to tell my friend Lightning Squirrel to move this back behind his wall because I don't know what I'm going to do with that, to be perfectly honest. Good lord, man. So, is this where his land stops? I guess so. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, I see Temple of Time has literally... Okay, I see Temple of Time has been built. That's impressive as hell. Okay, I'm going in and checking this out for myself. What? Oh my gosh. Wow. Just wow. God, look at this place. This man could easily have... Man, you could even have a freaking role play in this one building. I mean, look at this. Look at the size of this on the map. Wow. God, this is impressive. All I can say is I'd hate to be here if the server got griefed. If it did, that would be horrible. And I mean, just the amount of valuables in this building says a lot in terms of all this. Oh dear God! Get out of my bloody face, Skeletron. I could care less. Get out of this house. Oh, hello, Mr. Spider. Yee! Get vaporized, idiot. Excuse me, sorry. Something tells me this is hollow. I see we have like the final boss arena over here. Unless this was meant to be part of the church and it's like, I don't know, collapsed or something. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more it seems to be that way. But the real question is can you go all the way to the top? Let us find out. Oh my god. Okay, you can. Meaning if you don't do this, you are dead. Oh my gosh. So this is making me seriously wonder, was there another building here? Because it sure seems like this was an older building, judging by the brickwork, unless this is like where you go and fight the final boss or something. I might have to ask Lightning if we could pool our resources, because if I'm going to build this station that I'm trying to build in my single player world, it's going to take a lot of resources to do and a lot of manpower to build. I'm debating on cutting this tree down and replanting it because it looks like it's gotten trimmed. What on earth can calcite be made into? I don't even remember what calcite can be made into, to be honest. Oh, wow. Okay, so this spawn has been updated a lot since I was here last. Oh, look. It's, I know that's a Pokemon, but it's literally a Derpasaur. I know what it's actually called, but still, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I am loving what I am seeing here. Dear Lord, this place has exploded since I was here last in terms of just the builds. Look at this. Wow. I need to come up here more. Oh my god. There's an obligatory RT gaming reference. We got a WickMonald's over here. Fun for the whole family. It's like, welcome to WickMonald's. Home of torture and horrible food. Fun for the whole family. Oh, God. Oh, wow. I love I crossed the bridge and it starts raining. That's hilarious. Hello. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Okay.
I know this server's got a Christmas tree. I saw a community post for it, so I wonder if is it up here? Oh, I found the art gallery. Well, I think I know where I could build the station now. I might even take some inspiration from this. Possibly. I don't know. You will face the wrath, huh? Oh, God. Oh, yeah, this is all a bunch of anime references, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, all anime. So I will leave the gallery and I will look at it when I am not recording. uh, oh, I know what those are. That's the Sonic rings. So if you have an Elytra, you can go straight up Sonic mode. So now I have one question though, and that is, where is the Christmas tree? I saw it in the community tabs post. I just don't know where exactly it is. Well, I'm going to have to. If I'm going to build the station here at spawn, I'm going to have to scout this out a reasonable location first, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to build it. And that's interesting. They built the spawn. Wait, they built the spawn on an island. Wait, some idiot took out the stairs. Wait, what idiot tore up the stairs? Okay, I know what's her name doesn't want me griefing or building anything without permission, but I'm gonna fix that. I have to. Oh no! Please don't tell me that's. Please do not tell me what that is exactly what I'm thinking it is. Oh Lord, please don't tell me this is what I'm thinking it is. Okay, it's not. Okay. Thank goodness. Oh God. I swear, the humor on this server is pretty obvious, but I'm gonna just ignore it, move on, whatever. So, where in the world then is the server's Christmas thing? Hang on, I asked Ribbit about this. Let me check DMs. Hey, Kaido. Goodberry Guy 0. You two are new faces. I don't believe I've ever seen you on my live streams. Welcome to the channel. Sorry if the setup is beyond crude. It's or below crude, I should say, but it's the best I can do for the time being. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, God. What is it, Kevin? What's going on?
Alabama's beating us.
This isn't the championship game, is it?
Yeah.
Wait, yes, it is the championship game, or no, it's not?
Yes, it is.
Oh, boy. Well, to be perfectly honest, we've got 2 major national championship wins. Isn't that enough? Nothing against the 3rd time's the charm rule, but to put it bluntly, I mean, I'll just put it bluntly, man. 3rd time's the charm for a sports team is rare, very rare for you to, when it comes to the national championship. Don't be too horrified. What? What is this showing up on the screen? Uh-oh. Hello. Who is this?
Hey, what are you guys doing right now?
Not much. I'm just on the Minecraft server. I'm guessing you didn't have any luck getting the game or anything?
Nope. At least not yet. I'm currently putting together the CPKC Holiday Train video. It's taken forever, though. Because I had to chop some audio out of... I had to chop some of the audio out of some of the clips and add, like, just some, you know, just regular, just background noises. Like some, I had to add some of my background noises that I was using in my, when I'm roughing out in my hometown.
Because copyright stuff?
Apparently people were talking, like, there was just foamers just talking and... You know.
Well, what do you expect? You realize I don't do that. And I'll just tell you this. I go to places along, well, good example, I don't have to deal with foamers on the Abbeville sub. To be perfectly honest.
Well, but the foamers were kind of, but I wouldn't say they were mostly foamers. They were just regular rail fans, but they were just talking like crazy.
Yeah, Yeah, if you're going talk outside of the tracks.
If I show you the real footage, it's hilarious. But when I show you the footage with the real audio, it's hilarious. Actually, they say some of the most based things I've ever heard.
Well, what do you expect?
When they saw the trend, they're like, "Oh my god, that's a Chivo."
It's not as bad as when I got one locomotive mistaken for another because they all looked the same.
Oh, what? What is it? The Chivos and the Aces?
Bingo! And that happened in Rails Unlimited, so go figure.
Yeah, I'm like, bud, are you still? I'm just kidding. No, I was like, oh, I'm guessing. I was guessing you kind of got to mix stuff because sometimes you forget.
Well, no, with me, I can't tell one locomotive model from the other, so. Yeah,
unless if you do some like deep research.
Yeah, because really they all look the same. They're basically the same locomotive. Okay, the only difference is literally just the designation.
Well, the Aces and Chivos were built. The Aces were built by EMD, of course, and GE built the Chivo. So, I mean, they're the main freight haulers of every railroad company out there, anyway.
Well, that's the problem. They standardized everything. There is no new diesels, unfortunately.
There's no variety.
Not anymore. It's not like the 60s and 70s where you had everything from every.
Yeah, exactly.
Trains.
And of course, when EMD's reputation was ruined, when we all know what happened.
By the way, speaking of trains, you want to look at the live stream real quick?
Sure. Yeah, I saw you were building, I think, a loosely based Penn Station.
Not necessarily Penn Station, just a station. I'm building it in a single-player creative world, mainly to.
Oh god, it's so blurry. Let me pull it up on my phone.
Wait a minute. Is it blurry for you, or is that just due to low quality? What's going on?
Probably low quality right now. Let me check.
That can't be right. It's clear on my end, funnily enough.
A little bit. The quality is a little bit janky, but it should be fine.
For me, for some weird reason, it's clear on my end. I wonder if it's just due to the internet or just due to the fact that the phone has a glare issue. Like, I don't know. Oh, by the way, in terms of the station, you can see how tall the dang thing's going to be, because here's the front entrance.
Oh, yeah, that?
Yeah, and trust me, I love my glass work. I like to do stuff with glass, so.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And it's all custom. This is sort of based on the train station I built for the Bright Sun film server. The only difference is this is going to be 10 times bigger. And before you ask, this is just the station building part. I haven't built the train shed yet. Though the basement's done. That's the only part I have finished. And
yeah, I remember you told, like, the story was that the original New York City Penn Station was torn down for some reason.
1963, yeah, they tore it down in, I believe, 1960.
Why they tore it down?
They didn't want to deal with maintenance. They didn't want to deal with the air rights, and they sold it to Madison Square Garden because they were broke. And the only godsend that came from Penn Station's demise is that other buildings around the country got preserved. Though, to be perfectly honest, I feel the National Register thing is a bit outdated and needs to be updated because buildings can still be torn down even though they're on the list. So, yeah, kind of a scam, kind of not. Anyways, moving on.
I mean, how did the new Penn Station get built is my question, too, because
I don't know, but I've heard
the new Penn Station was.
They took the post office across the street and tried to turn it into a cheap knockoff, which is honestly embarrassing. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it's embarrassing. Really, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, it's embarrassing because.
It kind of sounds weird, and I wonder how. It feels like they just stole the post office and then they just turned into.
No, the post office was already derelict, but the problem is it's not a replacement for the original Penn Station. I've seen a proposal where it would just be better to rebuild the original station, and to be perfectly honest, I would more than support that. Totally would more than support that.
Yeah. Even though in these days it would cost over $1 billion.
I don't care.
Because that thing was over $1 million. Because back in the day, that thing was like over $1 million, and in today's dollars, it's close to the billions.
I think a lot of the stonework was pretty much buried, I think, so it could be dug up. Like, I think they buried a lot of this stuff out in the Jersey Meadowlands. I don't know if that's true, though. It's a rumor, but still. That'd be real nice if they could recover that stuff.
Yeah, when I was chasing CPKC02H, aka the Holiday Train, we had a little bit of difficulties because the train was going much faster than last year's run, and there was a big traffic jam because, that's just how rail fanners are. It was a lot more chaotic than last year. So yeah, if you hear the audio a little bit janky, then you'll know that's the area where where I had to cut the audio out. But yeah.
Yeah, this is my ticket booth thing.
Oh, I see. So what is this?
It's most.
Like, what type of station is this gonna be?
Well, it's one of two types that I was going to go with. One side was going to be, one version of this was going to be an underground station. The other was going to be, my brain, I swear. Sorry. One version of the station was going to be, my brain, it's not working today. Well, there was going to be one version of the station had the tracks elevated, the other was going to have them underground. It's more or less based on a station I was wanting to build in Traincraft, where the tracks were a lot bigger. And if you remember that track gauge with the parallel switch, and if you remember the parallel switch,
immersive railroading, I think it was.
No, Traincraft's tracks are about a block.
It was called immersive railroading, but I could be wrong.
No. The Traincraft track is still 1 block wide, but if you have like a parallel switch, it's like this wide. So yeah, at the moment, the station's going to have like 4 ticket windows. I know, it's a station this big. Should I demo this? What I've got for where the ticket windows are, and just maybe make these be like employee areas to get down to the basement or something? Because then maybe what I could do is... Yeah, because then what I could do is have the actual ticket areas be along the sides here, right? Maybe on each side, have this corridor here.
I can see.
Yeah, and then the rest of the open corridor could be for the train hall, which could extend out here, and that's where that's where it's going to be real interesting to rebuild.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, and also interesting tidbit about the station. Check this out. Look.
What?
You'll see. Let me just build a cutaway for you.
Your video is just a little bit delayed, of course, because that's how it is. See, I think you're about to show. Oh, wait, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to show you how I have the station built.
Oh yeah, I can see.
You got the outer basement wall.
Yeah, you have those like support. Yeah, I saw the live video earlier, and you said you had these support pillars put in, like steel pillars put in.
Not steel pillars. These are stone pillars, but then I did iron work going in between them.
Stone pillars, but
yeah, but then also you've got a subfloor.
Steel.
Yeah, but you also have like a subfloor
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah. Like a sub platforms thing.
No. This is so the floor above can be installed without any issue.
Well, I'm gonna be muted for just a sec so I can record
You're
my
fine.
line for a sec.
Real quick,
Yeah.
should I open this part of the basement up, or should it just be kept enclosed and separated? Because the actual train platforms are actually going to be on this level because this is super flat. This is all so all of this would be underground. Like the bit with the smooth stone would be where what's visible above the ground. The rest would be underground. Or
You could probably keep them separated so then you can like have space for the because then like when I see a big station like let's say a Union Station or a big terminal, they usually have waiting rooms and platforms separated from each other.
that's what I was gonna do. The platforms.
But they would also have like glass so you can see through to the tracks. So something like that. Alright, I'm gonna be muted so I can record.
Of course. Yeah, I didn't know if I should add windows to this or not, but the supports and all have answered that question for me. This version of the station is going to have windows in the basement, but on the version I'm going to try to build in what do you call it, MCMP, there won't be windows in this basement. It will be completely enclosed. There will be no windows, save for maybe unless I put something in the floor here, but not here. Of course, I could make this all completely open. Well, I know something I am going to change with the station design for MCMP. All these windows are going to be 9 by 9. In other words, like a 3 by 3 square. The actual train shed part is going to be forward of this. So this could be possibly some kind of employee area.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
I kept failing.
Don't feel bad. I'm the same way. Plus, I think you'll like the kind of layout I'm coming up with.
I keep messing up my lines because. Huh?
I said I think you'll like what I've come up with for this.
What'd you do?
Look in the stream.
Yeah, I'm looking in the stream. What do you? Oh, I can see you're building like some type of staircase.
No, this isn't the staircase. Look again.
What's?
I'm pausing so it'll catch up. Just click where it says live, and it should teleport you to the current part of the stream. I'm blacking it out partially so that I can help you out.
Yeah, I did click live, but it's a little delayed. Oh, there he goes. He blacked out. Yeah, it shows that you're blacked out right now.
All right. I'm actually going to check the live stream on my end too. I love it went from a stream on MCMP to me resuming work on the station, so this is technically part 3. Also, this person named Charston Richardson, I don't know who they are, but they've been looking at my streams for a while now.
Alright, and then the audio will be 50. Bam.
I'm looking at the stream from my computer's perspective, and it seems to be okay.
Yeah, it's fine now, but it's just delayed sometime.
Yes.
Alright, let's see if this thing... Are you gonna uncover your camera?
Yeah.
There we go. No, God, you just covered it up again. No.
No, I didn't. I'm just doing an Infinity stream because I'm checking the other stuff to see if it works. Okay, now it's blurry.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I can see how blurry it is.
Trying to see which filter. I'm trying to see what filter would work.
Trying to focus.
Okay, I think it's stabilized now. I'll do a focus test real quick. How does what quality does the lantern appear in on the stream right now?
I gotta say, this is probably one of the hardest videos I have ever uploaded on my computer so far.
I've got a dilemma.
Huh?
I said I have a dilemma.
Oh no, what is it?
I don't know whether to make these windows unsymmetrical or not. I can't decide. Like, I mean, I could do them like this, and they'd be 2 by 2 on the front, but that wouldn't make sense, now would it? Plus, these rooms are not meant to go the entire height of the station. I think they'd be about maybe 3 blocks tall, 4 blocks tall, and that's that. They'd flatten out.
One of the interesting things I was doing here... never mind.
No. Go ahead. Continue. I'm curious. What were you saying?
Yeah. One of the interesting things I was doing when I was chasing the holiday train is that some of the locations I chased it last year, I actually went to the exact same locations I did for this year. Trying to recreate, like, before and after photos.
I do that sometimes.
Like one time I went to Comanche. For example, I went to Comanche, Iowa, and last year, and I went to there this year, and went to the exact same spot I stood.
Nice.
So neat. It was a really neat experience, not gonna lie. People driving crazy and not
it's like traffic law. It's like wait, no. It's like this. Traffic law? I don't know what traffic laws are.
Yes. Traffic law.
Traffic law? I don't know what traffic laws are. Crunch.
These people cannot drive to save their lives.
I mean, if it makes you feel
That's
better.
literally everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it makes you feel better, it's just like that down here in Georgia, if not worse. Especially here around Athens, where there's nothing but college kids for half of the year. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Literally no one in this world can drive to save their lives.
Actually, I wouldn't I'd be careful as to how you say that because you're talking to somebody who is trying to be a fairly decent driver.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, some people are, but you know, some others just they just do it because for the sake. They just don't care because you know, bracket.
All right, you know what? I really hope, to be perfectly honest, you say it would cost a lot to rebuild Penn Station, but I don't think so, and let me explain why. There was a building in Europe that got torn down to make some kind of sports thing. Well, that sports thing got torn down, and the building was rebuilt in its place. So it's not impossible, Yeah, it's not impossible to.
It is. I mean, it is possible, but it could depend on cost, but yeah, it could definitely happen.
And I hope I'm alive to see it. That'd probably be the only reason I ever go to New York is to see that station.
Indeed.
Now I want you to take note. Yeah, Kevin and my grandmother are gonna have an honest to God stroke because I don't see Georgia winning a third championship. That was them tempting fate, if I'm being perfectly honest. Nothing against Georgia, but they were tempting fate with that to be personal.
I still connected over what my friend did when we were in Sabula, Iowa, waiting for the train to show up, and he shouted across the river, "You Chivos!" Well, I can see your design. That's kind of neat.
And bear in mind, I'm not following any blueprints. Everything you're seeing me build right now is custom, all of it.
Yeah.
And I'm going for a kind of 40s-esque type of architecture. You'll laugh. I'm going for a 40s-esque style design with the glass. If you've seen buildings where it's all of those.
Oh yeah. My brother really wishes that people could build buildings like how they used to back in the day.
Oh, I'm with him. I'd love to see modern Art Deco 40s or 50s styles. Hey, I'd be all for that.
Yeah, because let's face it, like
modern architect. No. Let me.
Because of a way to just.
Can you hear me out for a second, please?
Cost-cutting measure.
Modern architecture today only looks bad because that's all people have been taught how to do now. It's bad architecture. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's the truth. Most modern architects today only know how to build cheap crap. Even if they want to build something that they've seen on the historic register, they can't. Because they say, oh, it's not up to code. Ugh. Idiots.
Exactly. Because all you see is just simple designs and
Art Deco. It's just cheap. It's just cheap.
Bull crap.
No, it's cheap design. That is literally all it is. It is cheap design, plain and simple. And by the way, here's
modern artwork. How how long until we just see like architecture with just one color, nothing else?
That's already happening. I've seen it where it's just a really depressing gray. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, there's some in Chicago. It's
sad.
Like just box. They're just black boxes and all that. It's like it's like a first grader's drawing of a building comes to life.
That's I think personally that's all these people know how to draw is first grader art style buildings. And what's funny is I'm sure there's some first graders out there that could draw buildings way better than modern architects. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Frank Lloyd and all these other great architects like Alexander Cassatt and all them. Oh man, they'd be rolling in their graves. Now I don't know how far I want the ticket window to go, and it's not going to be on both sides. I don't know if I should make it mirrored or
yeah, true.
Well, I don't know if I want to make it a mirrored design, like it's identical on both sides, or if I want to make it only on one side and the rest be like waiting room space and then the train hall.
It's not. I mean, are there ticket booths on like on an opposite side sometimes?
I mean, if you look at archive photos of say Grand Central or St. Louis Terminal, I'm sure there was some on different sides.
I mean, I've been into St. Louis Terminal, of course, because
same. I've been in there too.
I'm like 4 hours away from St. Louis, so I mean, I've been in many stations like Chicago.
I've been in Chattanooga's terminal station. That was one of the terminal station in Chattanooga. I've been there. I've been there. I went there back before they tore down the interlocking tower and all the lead tracks that were still there 10 years ago. That's all gone now. They ripped all that up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think when Marriott took it over, they just got rid of they just sold the back part of the station lot and turned it all into apartments. I mean, the main station and station tracks themselves are still there, but all the railroad equipment in there is landlocked. If you were going to get that out, you'd have to truck it out.
Yeah. Were they trying to rebuild the Chattanooga station?
It's been renovated, but it's about as... They actually only renovated bits and pieces, but it still looks nice. I mean, it's not like they went and gutted. It's not like what they did with Memphis Terminal Station. It actually looks nice.
Yeah.
Now understand, this here is the ceiling for all this. I just want to get that out of the way.
Man, I think this is probably my best holiday train chase of all time because, well, for one fact, I actually got to photograph and videograph it in the snow instead of just, you know.
God, that is something I've never been able to do even now. I have never been able to film a train in this or photograph one in the snow. That's a list item for me. I want to try and film one in the snow, and I want to film and photograph one in the fog.
Yeah. I did film train. It was very rare for me to film trains in the snow, though, because I'm always inside. But this was pretty much a once in a lifetime experience.
Should I make this window an arch?
Maybe. Oh, I can see you doing that. Yeah.
And understand, this is above all of this.
Yeah. Swift recently posted his video of the holiday train when he was watching it go through Michigan, and he chopped the audio out when the stage car rolled by because it was playing. I mean, in my videos, I kept the copyright music playing, and I got copyrighted.
Well, I mean, if we were being honest.
Yeah. And plus, here's another. And plus, the YouTube never even added the music into my description anyway. But I can see why he chopped the audio out because his channel's monetized and he doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably get away with copyrighted stuff showing up in my videos, but even then, I try to avoid it and talk over it.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I already blab enough as it is,
yeah,
so.
Same, because I was talking over in my live stream too, since, you know how it gets.
Mm-hmm. Also, what do you think of the pattern I'm going with the chiseled brick and all?
I like it. It is neat. Pretty neat concept.
And the reason I'm doing
design thing to bring this back. Just all these designs with like corners coming out and maybe
in other words, the 30s art. In other words, here we go again. Nothing. Now you'll laugh. Can you guess why?
If people could.
Sorry.
Yeah, if only people could make buildings like this again, that would be neat.
Oh no, they could. It's just no one cares enough about them to do it like that. I'd pay. Believe me, I would pay. I'd pay whatever it would cost to, see a building built the way one should be built. But
It's just most people these days are greedy.
No, it's not really greed. It's just they don't want to spend. They don't care enough about the craft. That's the issue. The reason all these ornate buildings were so ornate is because the architecture was literally just that, art. Now it's just nothing. And that's pitiful.
Yeah.
Utterly pitiful.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't know if I should put quartz pillars in or no. Actually, that wouldn't work.
I wonder if I should say this in my video, like, when I'm saying it about the train going through Comanche, I should, say, look familiar, or something like that.
Hey! Hey, man, that's on you. That's on you, my friend.
Yeah, true.
Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have the ticket windows end over right here.
Okay.
Well, the reason I say that...
There's be a waiting room or something like that?
Well, the whole thing's going to be one massive waiting room, but there is going to be a massive sort of wall/glass facade that separates the train area here, hall, with this. How I feel. Before you ask, that's literally what I tell Thor whenever he yawns.
I wasn't just yawning, I was stretching.
Oh, well, never mind.
But yes, I would act like that.
Now, if this were having a higher ceiling, then I would do this.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing this video, I think, ever since, ever since even halfway. done. Yes, the building view stand. Yeah.
What is it? Is Georgia finally making progress for once?
Yes.
What's the score currently?
What's going on? Well, they're close to the goal now. So. Come on.
Are we losing?
Hold on, let me send you a picture.
Oh boy, I don't like the sound of this. And I just noticed something. I'm gonna have to redo these windows here because look, the one's gonna end up straight into the wall. Damn.
Oh, yeah. What the hell?
What am I hearing? I don't even want to know what I'm hearing right now.
I'm watching this story that of one of the performers that I saw on the holiday train. She was posting stories about bullcrap.
Yeah, I wouldn't give that the time of day, just saying. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, it's the one I saw this year.
And also, due to me having to redo the windows, this whole ceiling design for the ticket areas is being redesigned as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so don't mind me as I quite literally wipe the canvas clean.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I know what I'll do.
What are your thoughts on the CPKC merger that happened?
Well, it's a shame our Class 1 railroad status has now gone down from, I think, 6 to, like, 4.
It's, it went from, 7 to 5, I think. Actually, no, it went from, 7 to 6. So technically it's still, they're both one company now.
I mean, it is kind of funny, though. It is kind of funny that Canada metaphorically invaded us through the railroad, which is ironic. You know why?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the War of 1812 didn't work out, so we just decided to come over railroad. So we just decided to go the railfan route.
Yeah.
No. It's like It's like the joke the guy who plays Takami in Die Hard said. It's like Pearl Harbor didn't work out. It's like Pearl Harbor didn't work out, so we just decided to send you guys stereos. Or something.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that, because technically the Canadian Pacific is the dominant of the merger, so technically the company is still somewhat known as Canadian Pacific.
Well, no, the reason the reason for that is because they had the most track mileage. It's like Cunard White Star.
Yeah.
Cunard was able to buy out White Star because they had more ships at the time they merged. So.
Well, plus, one I heard on the news. What the hell?
Well, I mean, hey.
News, Canadian Pacific is the one that bought. Yeah, because from what I heard, Canadian Pacific is the one who bought Kansas City Southern.
Well, I mean, if you want some good news regarding all this, it's that it's finally given 2816 the chance to come back into excursion service. Something that idiot Harrison should never have.
Which I actually am making plans. Yeah, speaking of which, I actually am making plans to go see it, since I'm actually since I live in the area that it's going to be running in. And
Nice.
one of the the area, the CPKC tracks I live on is on the former Dakota, Minnesota, and Eastern. If you know where that is.
DM and E.
Yeah, DM and E or. Yeah.
Demi.
It's Demi. Yeah, I think it's strange.
It's Demi.
All the way down. Demi. Oh, fuck.
Welcome to the newest rail fan meme no one's ever heard of.
Demi.
Anyway, aside from that, I got word from some volunteers at the Barrow County Museum that apparently 208 might be getting restored cosmetically due to it being vandalized recently. I don't know if they've gotten any further in terms of that, but
what was that looking up again?
Gainesville Midland 208. I heard that maybe it might be getting a cosmetic overhaul, something it's been needing now for over 20 years.
Oh. And also 2101's getting a cosmetic restoration.
I thought they already had a cosmetic restoration for that thing. Oh, never mind.
Well, they did back when it arrived, but they never did it since.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about the one in Baltimore. I thought you meant the one at Steamtown. I'm an idiot. Never mind. God, imagine if Steamtown could restore 2124. Yeah, it was suffered fire.
Well,
I mean, yeah, it suffered fire damage, but hear me out. All right, just hear me out for a minute.
no, that was 2101 that suffered damage.
Well, yeah, but they could restore 2124. Dude, imagine if
Yeah, they
Steamtown could do that.
Here's the thing. The owner of the Reading and Northern, I think his name was Andy Moeller.
Yeah, Andy Moeller.
He actually is really wants to purchase another T1. Not gonna lie.
I mean, Scranton's is the closest one, but the problem is I think that engine was always a parts source. It never ran.
No, 2124 did run in the Iron Horse Rambles. They just
That's what I mean. Once
she
it
got booted out of service when her blue time expired.
well, that's what I mean. Once that happened,
So,
it was turned into a parts
Yeah.
source for the other engines.
well, the part source was 2123, her sister, and then she got scrapped after the Rambles ended. Because she just was completely just bare nothing after the Rambles was over.
Define bare nothing. Like, there
I
was...
think it was just only her boiler that was left.
Huh. Now check this out. Am I not a genius or... Whoa!
I just hope you don't hear my video in the background.
It's fine.
I'm just gonna turn it down for now.
It's like, how ornate do you want it? Me. Yes! You know when I've got like a 2-block high area, you know I'm gonna make the freaking entrance grand as hell.
Oh yeah.
Just,
Are you making another one? Oh, you're
you'll see.
making
You'll see.
just right in the middle of a village.
Yeah, nah, you're like building a train station, but it's actually in the middle of this tiny village. And this is going to be the most grand building in the entire place. Funny how that works. Funny how that works out, doesn't it?
Oh yes, perfect.
Plonk, plonk, plonk. Le plonk.
Yeah, just the biggest. Yeah, just a small village with just the biggest station in the entire place, in the entire world of Minecraft. Totally normal.
Bonk, bonk.
Am I right? Is it total? Am I right? Totally normal.
Mm-hmm. Kinda, sorta, not really.
Yes.
Now, what do you think?
Looks really neat.
I can't do it for the entire station, not at the current level, but I'm thinking further above here, like up next level above this will be the roof line. I'll probably have another layer of smooth stone to go up top. Because what I like to do with my station builds, is have a lot of natural light.
Oh yeah, natural light is like what a lot of buildings need, especially big ones.
Yes. Something I'm wondering about though. Could I have this going like a bit of an arch so I can make this window arched, or is it good as is?
I think you should, because I really like the way arch designs are.
Problem is if I do that, I'm going to have to demo this entire thing underneath.
Yeah.
And really all this is just a really high ceilinged porch. That's pretty much all it is. Because the main doors are right here. And as you can see...
Wait. Why are they blocked off?
To keep villagers and all from coming in, because it's not even built yet.
Oh, true. Here's something interesting. The CP holiday train actually, the first run of the train was in 1999 and the first run was pulled by an SD90 Mac.
You know, that's something I hope to see preserved is like, I know CP still owns some of the last surviving Conrail SD70s or SD80 Max or something as part sources.
Yeah, they're SD80s.
I know the Historical Society for Conrail is really wanting to get one. You know, I think that's nice I think it'd be nice if Canadian Pacific kind of left them a sort of Christmas present in the form of a 40-ton locomotive shell.
Yeah, because they've been using them for part sources on their SD70 ACUs. Speaking of which, the SD90 Mac that pulled the holiday train on the first run is now an ACU. And I actually figured out all the information because it was number 9114 and was rebuilt into SD70 ACU 7052. And strangely enough, 7052 is actually the first ACU I have ever seen because I just saw it trailing on a McSpray, and I didn't even know that it was the first holiday train locomotive until like a year later.
You'll laugh, but I'm debating on putting windows in right in here to let natural light through, but I don't know if that would look weird or not. Have you seen buildings where that's been...
Sounds like a good idea.
Well, no, could you see if that's actually something they did? Not with train stations, but with other buildings, because I'm just curious.
I mean... probably? I mean, probably not, because, unless if it's like a new part of the station.
Good point. It's too bad McRae's furniture mod can't be used in the 1.20.2 because Well, the reason I say that is because there is a station I built in Traincraft in a little town called Grafton. And I used the McRae's Furniture mod for that station. And let me tell you something. It was one of the best. It's pretty much the best possible thing you could ask for in terms of a way to do train stations with actual waiting benches and whatnot.
Have you ever wanted to see the Firstco 1522 come back in operating condition?
It was retired when I was only 2 years old, and I did see it in St. Louis, but I think I've heard supposedly they have their eyes set on a different locomotive, unfortunately. Which is fine. I mean, it's their decision.
It's rumored, apparently, because a lot of rail fans are really wanting to see the Nickel Plate Road 464 Hudson number 170 brought back in operation.
I'd like to see 1522 come back. I mean, if they could get both engines going, oh man. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Is it not obvious?
Yeah, but interestingly enough, the people who ran the 80s and 90s were actually not the Museum of Transport, but they weren't the ones who ran it. It was like the people who ran it was a small group called the St. Louis Steam Train Association.
I know, and I think
they even they even still had merch.
Well, to be honest, I think they wanted to keep running 1522, and they had the resources to do the work. But after 9/11 happened, and where it caused the tourism crash, that's what really killed 1522's excursion career. It's just the fallout from 9/11, people being scared to death to fly anywhere. Understandably so, of course.
Yeah. I mean, it could definitely come back because.
Well, I mean, I think
if someone has the money, and they could definitely bring it back.
Well, yeah, I mean, problem is it would still. I mean, the big issue though, and you got to remember the big issue with it though is the fact that it would take a lot of money and manpower to get that engine running again, and really, it would cost more now than it would have. Well, no, just hear me out for a minute. It would cost a lot now. If they had have gone on and done the maintenance work they needed to do on it in 2002 and then kept it serviceable after retirement, then I could totally see it being able to run today. The problem is they didn't do that. And I don't know if it's been kept undercover for very long, you know?
I think another reason why they did that is because they thought it would never run again in the first place.
I mean, it's kind of like 290. 290, I think, only ran from 1989 to 1992, and after that, boom, shut down. Never running again.
Yeah, and she's in pieces still.
Well, from what I heard, because a few people in this server used to work at SARM, or Southern Appalachia Railway Museum, or not Southern Appalachia Railway Museum, Southeastern Railway Museum. From what they said, once they got 290 in the shops, they would never be able to get it back out because its wheelbase is too rigid for all the switches and whatnot. Like, they would have to try it out just to get it out of the shop. I mean, it's rumored that CSX is eyeing it as a possible Steam program candidate, but if it was going to be restored, you'd have to truck it out and then probably have someone like FMW come to the picture. And that ain't cheap. They've got experience, though, so that would be a good candidate to restore 290 or 750. But,
yeah, definitely. I mean, the question is, which is more popular, 290 or 750?
Well, it would also be which one would be more economical to restore. From what I heard, both engines are...
That is true.
Well, from what I heard, both engines are in very rough condition because they weren't... they were restored more or less in a way to just get them running again, not in the proper way.
Yeah, because that's the same way with the 3985 because
Yeah, that was sort of a rush job, as I heard.
back shot.
What?
And that's also what happened to 1522, even though 1522 I think got a major overhaul when it ran. Actually,
Well, no. Wait, what did you mean by 3985?
They just simply got her up and running again, even though she didn't really have many problems.
Boiler leak.
But she was never major. She was never deeply backshot.
Unlike that only happened, I think. Yeah, that only happened now. That's only started to happen after it was purchased by the guys in Silvis, right?
Yeah.
I figured, yeah.
She was never deeply backshopped until now.
Well, heck, a good example is 4501. It wasn't necessarily fully overhauled per se until I think the late 80s, shortly before NS's Steam program ended. And by the time it came back, 7 and 1218, it stolen the show.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even then, it still didn't get a full top to bottom all part rebuild until about the time they restored it in 2015.
Yeah, it also goes to show that some other locomotives, certain steam locomotives that retired, for example, 1522, in order for her to get running again, her crown sheet she has a cracked crown sheet, so it's going to make it pretty hard to repair. But from what the museum members told me, she's about over $1 to $2 million to get running again.
Well, I can tell you this: that's far better than trying to restore, say, the Hudson, because for one, I don't know if they've had 1522 on outdoor display since retirement. If not, then that means I'll put it like this: if the 1522 has always been in the spot that I remembered seeing it at in the museum, that would make restoration a whole lot easier. It's basically under the same kind of pavilion 611 had been kept under ever since it was last retired in the 90s. That's what made its restoration so much easier.
She's still sitting that same spot.
And it's
members told me they will never move it. They're just keeping it there until whenever.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest, that's probably the best. That's probably for the best. If they keep that engine right where it's sitting, it'll make restoration a hell of a lot easier because, for one, it wouldn't be facing the elements like some of the outer engines, so the rust damage isn't as bad.
Yeah, like 5011 and New York Central 2933, which just got recently restored, or cosmetically.
Yeah.
And other steam locomotives, like, for example, Big 4006, she just got a full cosmetic, well, not full cosmetic. The major thing they did with the 4006 this year was just painting her up.
Well, the engine needed it bad.
They've never done, replacing rusted parts or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember some engines out there, I remember seeing some engines that had that expanding spray foam in some spots. I mean, if you look at my video if you look at the video footage I shot at the museum, you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm wondering if 1522 ever gets restored. I mean, I do see Railroading Heritage Midwest American Silvis actually having some interest in getting that thing running. Because, I mean, Silvis is a good shot for it.
Well, yeah, and plus, I mean, I think what they're doing is basically what Ed Dickens and the UP Steam Crew were doing. They're with the old Cheyenne Steam Shop. Only difference is, only difference is the Silvis shop, I think, has more indoor space, and really, they could add more tracks in there. It's not impossible to add more trackage back into that shop. Because I think
it has plenty of track anyway.
Well, the thing is I think let me explain. I think only like 50. I don't know how much of the Silvis complex is still standing, but they could rebuild certain buildings too. You
The
know.
main shop, the main from what I know, what stands is the main shop, a couple. I think an office building for the shop. The roundhouse is gone.
Well, that was probably torn down once the steam era ended.
Still standing. Yeah, there's a machine shed still there, but it's in very rough condition.
Wait, you mean a machine?
Equipment still inside.
Whoa, whoa, hold up! A machine shed or a machine shop?
Yeah. I mean,
well, if it's a machine shop,
I don't know how to explain it. It's probably a shop or something. Well, probably not. It's more of a shed because I think it's like a storage building.
Well, you said there's still parts and all. Are we talking diesel parts, steam parts?
I have no idea.
Well, let's just go on a hunch and say diesel.
Mix, but I'm not sure.
I'll say diesel because that was a diesel shop. Well, yeah, it was a diesel shop. Remember, National Rail Export used the shop facilities before the guys from
National Railway Equipment Company, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. They used that shop for a while.
Used it, Rock Island used it until their
bankruptcy.
Went bankrupt, and then Chrome Crankshaft took over, and then NRA took over.
Well, yeah. Dude, imagine if there was an alternate reality where the old Alco shops could have been bought instead, as they were still standing.
Oh, God.
Now
God, yeah, that would have been amazing.
Well, technically something...
The old one locomotive works.
Well, heck, I'll say this. Good example is... technically, something like that does still stand. The group restoring Santa Fe 2926 got the entire shop facility out where they're at. And,
yeah, true.
Yeah, and I think the Laramie Roundhouse is still standing. I know Toyman Television has been looking at that and the restoration progress going on there, and that'd be a good facility. I mean, see, the key is to... Yeah. And then, of course, if you were going to do a steam locomotive restoration down here, well, as crazy as it sounds, had the Pullman shop's been bought by our railroad preservation group, Southeastern Railway Museum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember there was like an old Amtrak passenger car still sitting in there in the old Phase 2 or Phase 1 paint scheme.
Yeah, I don't know if the company that bought the shops has kept that. It's probably been cut up, but...
Hopefully not. From what I heard, it was Amtrak passenger car 3328, which was a 6 double-bedroom buffet lounge car.
Well, here's the thing. What railroad was it from? Southern?
No idea.
Well, actually, no. From what Preston told me, the guys who were retired the original Crescent, I think Southern, when they retired the Crescent, they pretty much gave Amtrak the nice Southern version of the middle finger, and pretty much gave them the stuff that was already going to be clapped out anyway. Which is a total Southern, which I can totally see them doing because pettiness, baby.
Amtrak still runs the Crescent, am I right?
Yeah, but it's nothing like what Southern had. Look at the 1978 news. Well, look at the
It was Southern that ran the Crescent. It was the L&N, the West Point route.
No, it was. Pennsylvania. No, Southern Crescent was their train.
Yeah, true. But the Pennsylvania Railroad ran it from New York to Washington, D.C. The Southern Railway ran it from D.C. to Atlanta, Georgia. And then the West Point route ran it from Atlanta to Montgomery. And the Louisville and Nashville ran from Montgomery to New Orleans.
Well, I think Southern later ran it until 1979. You know, it's a shame.
Definitely that, at least.
You know, it's a shame. I wish the Rio Grande Zephyr could have been treated like the Canadian over at Via,
Oh yeah.
where they could have just kept using the passenger cars. I mean, look at what they've done in Canada. I mean, really, the only reason Via even still used those 50 passenger cars is because a lot of their areas are just so remote. I mean,
Yeah.
it just made more sense. I mean, that's the thing with Via Rail. They literally got their money's worth out of all of their old equipment from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I mean, they had F units and PAs and all sorts of stuff running as late as the 90s in revenue passenger service. Hell, there was even box cab electric still running.
And F40s came in.
Well, yeah, and to be perfectly honest, I mean, I really hope they listen to a lot of rail fans, because I'll just put it to you like this. If they saved maybe 1 or 2 train sets worth of 50s equipment for maybe a bidirectional heritage version of the Canadian, like a luxury train style version of the train, that would bring in, well, it would bring in a lot of money. Basically what I'm, oh, never mind.
Sorry, Robert, hold on.
No, you're fine. Okay. Go ahead.
What did you say? You won again?
Yeah. But no, going back to what I was saying about the Canadian, even if they do get new equipment, which is all well and good,
well, from what I heard, they actually are trying to get new equipment. They're trying to purchase new equipment to replace the original equipment.
Well, no, I know that, but I hope they save pretty much a decent amount of the original equipment, because they could well, no, listen to me. They could make a freaking luxury version of the train. Basically, think of the luxury version of the Orient Express that they run between, I believe, London and Venice.
It ran everywhere, from what I know.
Well, no, I'm talking. No. I'm talking about the version that uses the Pullman cars over there in Europe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's the
yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking, what is it? Isn't it like the Venice Samplon Orient Express? I can't remember. But
the American Orient Express?
No. I'm talking about the one that runs between London to Paris.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Via could do that, and let me tell you, would it cost a good bit? Probably, but I would think they're aware of the fact that the 50s equipment is drawing in a lot of people, because I mean, there's been plenty of YouTube videos showing the train and why people have been coming to ride it. And to be I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, Via really needs to take notes, because if they're going to survive, like if the Canadian is to keep running into the next century, they need to honor the history, which means if they do get new equipment, they don't need to make it like Amtrak. They need to make it like the 50s stuff. I mean, yes, the 50s cars. I mean, yes, the 50s cars were modernized, but let me tell you something. They still had their charm, and that's what counts.
Yeah, because they do have like a couple passenger cars that were rebuilt, but they still keep some of the original traits from the original train. I mean, Via Rail actually did donate a couple pieces from the Canadian to a couple organizations. For example, one of those dome observation cars was donated to the Fort Wayne Railroad Historical Society, I think it was about a year ago.
I know, and from what I was told by Preston, some of those cars that Via uses, even on the Canadian, are ex-Southern Railways. So I think you can guess which other museum is going to come calling when they start retiring the fleet.
Oh yeah.
Say it once, say it twice, third time's the charm, ladies and gentlemen. TVRM.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, that's the thing about Southern foamers. They don't go quietly.
Exactly. I mean, not only that, but like there's gonna be tons of organizations. Like for example, I mean.
Well, no. I'll just say.
Still had a couple.
Well, I'll just say this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like what happened back in 1984 when New Jersey Transit retired the Delaware Lackawanna and Western commuter cars. Those things got bought up like hotcakes. What happened?
We got the ball.
Oh, nice. I was wondering why you were panicking. It's like, what's going on? Sorry, I was wondering what the heck was going on.
Can you continue what you were saying?
Well, I was just... Sorry, my brain is malfunctioning. Continue. No, I was going to say, I mean, look at what happened when New Jersey Transit retired the Delaware Lackawanna commuter cars that had been in service from, I think, 1929 or 1930. Those things got bought up by everybody. Hell, even the Hartwell Railroad down here near me bought 4 of them for their operation that was going on at the time. The Hart County Scenic.
Texas bought them too.
Why?
Yeah. The Essex, Connecticut.
Oh, Essex. I don't know why you were saying Essex. That's not how you say that.
Essex. I was saying it correctly. I guess it just cut it out.
Essex.
Yeah.
Don't make me have to get
Yeah,
Jesse in here to
bought-
pronounce
they
that
bought
right.
Some of those coaches. The Illinois Railway Museum. They have. Oh my God, a ton.
You know, what would be neat is one of the organizations restore some, like what I've seen Australia do with some of their old electric MUs, and that's restore them completely back to like an original 8-car train set. You know, like
Oh yeah.
Well, no. What I mean is like them restore one. No. What I mean is like them restoring one, a set to more or less as built condition. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, now this looks a whole lot better. Check this out.
Oh, I can see what you're doing.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh.
It's not
kind of neat.
It's not much of an arch, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah. But when I mean, for example, I mean, remember when Amtrak retired the last of their heritage equipment back in 2017?
Are you talking about the dome car? I think that was literally the only one left.
The dome car, but some other equipment, like for example, the old dining cars, baggage cars, and the old high levels. Because for example, Amtrak had tons of heritage equipment still sitting in the Beech Grove shops even after it was retired. The high level, like remember those ex-Santa Fe high levels they used? They still had a bunch of them sitting in their shop, and recently they just sold all that equipment to various organizations like the RRHMA and sold them.
Kevin, you need to come down to Athens and just chill at my grandmother's during one of these games, dude.
Are you on the MTMP server?
I'm in single player at the moment, working on the station.
I just joined.
Lol, you joined a bit late, buddy. Sorry to say
I
that.
was at the gym, and I was also getting a Christmas tree.
Oh, nice. Well, Merry Christmas, by the way.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you.
Dear.
Have you realized that Kansas City Southern had the most colors out of any other railroad? Like any other Class 1 railroad out there? Like they had one of the best paint schemes?
And then it died. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, CP has more color than, say, CSX or Norfolk Southern.
Oh yeah, definitely. 'Cause they brought that back. They brought back the Beaver logo.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that Canadian Pacific did that. I mean, that was a smart move on their part, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, because I mean, they removed the logo back in 2007 for some reason, and then they just decided to bring it back in 2017.
And then they brought it back heritage style.
Like the whole. I don't know if you mind me asking, but like, how's the whole like Minecraft thing going?
Well, look on my live stream. I'm streaming right now.
I failed.
Okay.
Oh wait, were you
That's
talking
fine.
to? Sorry, my brain. You know what I just realized? I'm gonna have to redesign all this now because of the fact I'm doing an arch.
Wait, bro, are you doing a live stream right now?
Yeah, I'm working on the station again.
Okay, I'll check it out. Hold on.
But yeah, Canadian Pacific brought back the Beaver logo. BNSF has kept their paint scheme since I think 2005.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I thought they. Well, no, I mean they had some Santa Fe style liveries for a while. In fact, I think that is still.
Heritage 2 came out like around the late 90s. And their logo was based off of the Santa Fe logo.
Which, I mean, to be perfectly honest, is better than most railroads now. If we're being frank.
Yeah, I mean CPKC is trying to like. I would say CPKC actually keeps the spirits of KCS and CP alive. Surprisingly, from what I know, and BNSF has kept their swoosh logo since I don't know. I forgot when it was released, when it came out, but they still have the same logo as of today. Union Pacific and CSX, I believe, are trying to modify their paint schemes a bit.
I would love if CSX. Oh, by the way, did you hear that the guys in Waycross actually chose to keep the Chessie Cat emblem that someone added to the nose of the unit that was in Cartersville?
Oh yeah.
That actually made me so happy. And I'm not really a Chessie fan. I mean, I love the cat emblem. That's just adorable, but still. That made me beyond happy that they just decided to keep it. All they really did was remove the orange band.
Yeah.
What?
I'm somewhat of a Chessie fan. I'm more of a fan of the Chesapeake and Ohio, its predecessor, but...
Well, I mean, to be fair, hey... look on the brights... Well, I mean, I'll tell you this. Chessie technically was a CNO mascot, if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah, true. Definitely.
You know, I can guarantee you... You know, I heard that apparently when Chessie brought the cat emblem back, they actually got hugely popular for it. That kind of makes me wonder. You know, CSX could do that. They could bring that emblem back because
I remember looking on Google and someone made a one-off version of the CSX logo with the Chessie cat emblem on the C.
I know, and I guarantee you that wouldn't be hard for CSX to do. I mean, hell, if some random guy from Cartersville, Georgia could do it, truly, how hard could it be? I mean, really, think about it.
Yeah. I mean, really, who is the dominant of that merger is the question.
Well, if you want to get technical, you'd have to go back to the Seaboard era to figure that one out.
I think it was probably Seaboard because I think for a short time they were called Seaboard System, and then they just decided to call it CSX.
Well, in the 70s, Seaboard was actually called Family Lines. Then CSX.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then CSX came in. Well, I'm having to do further alterations.
I mean, what do you think of the Chesapeake in Ohio is it was pretty interesting in its heyday.
I mean, I liked it, and I liked the fact that they
Because,
still had some steam engines just casually chilling at their shops as late as the 70s.
Oh yeah, definitely.
God, it's a crime they didn't try to save any of the old.
Remember when we got?
Ah!
Remember the?
What?
Like, remember the CNO Kanawas, aka their Berkshire type? I believe. Yeah, they're called Kanawas, I believe.
Canals.
That's how I'm seeing. Huh?
They're called canals.
Kanawas, yeah. And and a bunch of those were actually preserved, which I'm surprised.
I know. I just wish that some of their versions of the Challengers made it. God, that makes me
Yeah.
oh, as a rail fan, that
And
hurts.
plus, the sad part is a lot of them are also still in bad condition. I mean, at least it's not really. At least it's better than nothing.
Well, no. I'll just say this. That's the one Berkshire type that has a almost limitless supply of parts.
Yeah.
And really, and this may sound cruel, so just hear me out before you go and rage, but if, God forbid, some got scrapped, like due to poor condition or something, there's still like a dozen or more that could still be saved, you know? So it's not like a loss.
Yeah. And what else? I mean, there's only like out of all of the canals that were saved, only one of them is getting restored.
Exactly. 27, and that's 2716.
And yeah, there was rumors there was gonna be another one restored, number 2789, but they canceled the project.
Wasn't that one that was sitting abandoned in a partially disassembled state somewhere?
Maybe, I'm not sure though.
You might want to look that up because I recall seeing video of one in Ohio that was in, well, for lack of a better term, really sad shape. Like it was partially disassembled, like they were about to try and restore it, and it just never happened.
I think that was 2700, but I could be wrong. One of them. Oh, there's also another one at the Art Museum. It's also in poor condition.
Hold on.
I can hear Thor barking. I think
That's Lana. Thor's up here.
Oh.
Now you can hear the difference.
I still wonder if 1522 will ever get restored. I mean, it's most likely because from what my friend Caleb says, there's no plans for it to run, but he says that if someone plans to restore it, it's not impossible at all. Only problem is that her crown sheet is in disrepair. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Dang it.
You there?
No, I'm here. I'm just trying to fix the dang molding for this. There we go. Oh, great. That's right. When you try to do unique stuff like this, it never works because then it messes all the other stuff up. See? Now I don't know how to fix this.
This thing is big. Why does it need to be floating? Just like placed, right?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about in immersive railroading, like the turntable. I have in like the model cage.
Oh, is this?
Like for some reason, it just has to like always float, but like the other like model tracks don't have to.
Oh, and I'm gonna rejoin the call on my phone because I'm gonna downstairs and get something to eat. There we go. Can any of you guys hear me?
Yes.
Wait, who is this?
Alright, there we go. It's me again. I just switched to my phone.
Dang it! Well, I can't do any other molding designs because the dang thing is not working. I love I can just hear my echo.
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Maybe if you don't want to hear yourself echo, you probably should mute it. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Gets Thanos in less than 2 seconds.
Wait, what? Wait, there's the Thanos?
Herndon, why? What?
Gets Thanos in like 2 seconds.
Oh my god, dude. I spawned in a class 38 right on a class 38 tender. Now it's just a reverse class 38.
What have you done with this cursed relic?
I'll screenshot it. I'll screenshot it. Hold on.
Sir, you need mental help.
Like a little-
Sir, you need psychological help.
I wonder how Ed feels about him running the 4014 like all across the UP system again.
See how the GB40 does the G Genesis.
You know what Ed Dickens needs to do?
Bring that sucker down to Georgia somehow.
No, he needs to run 844 again.
Well, have you bothered to realize that he might be running 4014 to give 844 a chance to get some work done?
I mean, true. I mean, but 844 hasn't ran since 2019.
Again, it's probably under its And it's probably under its 1572-day inspection. Did you not bother to think about that?
Not really, because from when I saw the latest picture I know, she's still in, like, full shape. Her last 15-year overhaul was back in, like, 2014-ish. So she's fit to run still. But who knows? But I mean, at least 4014 is getting some time to stretch its wheels. But who knows? Maybe at some point 844 will come back. Hopefully next year, because I believe the Challenger should be done by next year. Well, not next year.
Oh my God, they have a very good opportunity. You realize they'd have a very good opportunity to do a modern take on Last of the Giants?
Oh yeah.
I even suggested an idea for a freaking documentary about Bit 4014 that could have been a semi-homage to Last of the Giants. Only the title is the opposite of Last. I think you can guess what it was.
The first of the Giants.
Return of the Giants.
Oh, Return of the Giants.
Doesn't that have a nice ring to it?
Oh God, it's echoing. What was that?
It was one of Railroad's demonic noises.
Demonic noises. And you'd be right.
You're
Right,
like,
you know who Via is, right? You know who Via is, right?
Yes, I know who Via is. I'm sure he's in the call right now.
No, I'm talking about Train Boy. I'm talking about Train Boy.
What you were talking about?
Nani?
Do you know who Via is? He's a friend of Railroad. He made
YTP.
YTP on Railroad, like himself.
Oh God.
Hey, don't get mad. Hey, don't get mad at him.
Maybe that demonic laugh.
Hey, before you, hey.
I've heard like I watched a video of Jesse Dillon where the rugby and showed
Thor, chill.
Railroad saying something curse.
Hold up one second. Hold up, gentlemen. Gentlemen, hold up a second. Will you, Thor? You know what? Go.
Hey, anyone want to play drive trucks onto the track?
Push! Casually falls and breaks his neck. Wait, what? Nothing.
Anyone want to play drive trucks on the track?
I'm in the wrong stream for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I am in the wrong stream for that.
Yes, I know, but I didn't mean like everyone has to do it.
I wonder what it's gonna be like when 5511 gets restored.
Oh God, I don't know. That thing hasn't run since, I believe, it technically hasn't moved since Last of the Giants. Well, yeah, I know, but it hasn't technically been quote unquote run since Last of the Giants, if you count burning tires in it.
Yeah, because the Last of the Giants film, that was her last run ever.
It wasn't even under Steam then. It was already retired, though.
Yeah, true.
Well, no, really, it was. They burned tires in the firebox for it to have some smoke come out. I mean, even in the film, if you zoom in, you can see a diesel pushing it.
Oh yeah.
Same with 9000 and the smaller engines.
She wasn't really fully under steam so technically, she wasn't fully under steam at the time.
Most of it's mine downstairs, so don't eat it.
Thank you.
Because after that filming, she was done.
Oh Lord. Well, my sister ordered dinner, so I wish she had have left it downstairs so I could eat it downstairs because I don't have enough room on the table because well, there's dinner. Gentlemen, if you will excuse me, please, I've got to pause the stream so I can eat. I don't think anyone would want to hear me
Alright.
eat chewing for like 2 hours.